Hello my loves, this is Mystique and I welcome you to my digital sacred space. I hope you're happy, healthy and healing wherever you're watching from. And today we are looking at how will you melt your future spouse. So let's get into the cards and let's see what cards do we have for piles. So we have 1, 2, and 3. I feel like this one wants to pop out, so I'm just gonna take it for pile 2. So for pile number 1, we have full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. If you're attracted to this card, this is going to be your reading, group number 1. Then for pile number 2, we have full moon in Aries or last quarter moon in Leo. So if you're attracted to these 2 cards, then this will be your reading. I think I'll keep just one card on top so you can make your selection. Then for group number 3, we have, wow, full moon in Aquarius, be real. This card comes out quite a lot for my collective. Whenever I use this deck, this card seems to come out a lot. So take your time and choose the card that you are drawn to that is going to be your reading, and I will be describing what traits or what things about you melt your future spouse. I'm really excited for today's reading. I feel like it's going to be an uplifting, positive reading, but of course I will keep my energy open to receive your future spouse's messages, your spirit guides, communications, and let's get into the prayer. So I have my incense stick ready. For those of you that are here the first time, I always do a small prayer of gratitude. It's like my ritual before I do any of my readings, just because I want to be connected to you and connected to your spirit guides' energies to make sure that you're getting accurate and correct messages from me. Sometimes it can happen that channeling sometimes is not fully accurate because of the bias of the reader, and so I try to minimize that by strengthening my connection to your guides and your future spouse's higher self, so I can bring all of the information to you as it is without any contaminations. So take a deep breath with me and exhale. Fully exhale with your mouth. Wherever you are, it's okay. This is not going to be a meditation, so you can be in a comfortable seated position. Bring your focus to your breath, to how it feels in your body. How does the air feel moving in your lungs, in your body? Exhale with your mouth loudly. That's right. Feel the tension, the anxiety leaving you, and you being filled with relief, the energy of relaxation and calmness as you receive this reading, as you receive your future spouse's higher self and their messages. I feel like today's reading is going to be emotional, or it might make some of you emotional. I feel like it might be for me as well, but yeah, I'll make sure to communicate everything as it is. So I would like to start off this prayer by thanking you, my dear viewer, my dear soul family, for always being with me, for watching this reading. If you ended up here, of course it's not a coincidence. Spirit led you to me, so I welcome you, my spirit family, my spirit guides. Thank you so much for sending a wonderful, magnificent soul like you my way. It is only because of you that I get to do this, and it makes me so happy. I would like to thank your spirit team, your guides. I would like to thank your future spouse's higher self, all of the cards I use, the sacred paintings, all elements that allow me to receive messages. Thank you so much for being with me and allowing me to do this. I call upon the spirit guides, the future spouse, and their higher self of my soul family that is going to be watching this reading today with love and gratitude. I call upon you to please communicate with me any and all messages about how my dear soul family melts you. I call upon you, dear spirit guides, angels, light beings that are watching over my soul family. Please be with me as I channel for my group number 1, 2, and 3. I ask this space to be cleansed, for the energy of my soul family to be cleansed. I ask for this sacred space to be protected from any negative entities, any negative energies, vibrations, or frequencies. I do not consent to any negative entities affecting this reading in any way. I do not allow interference from dark entities or dark energies, as this reading is meant for those light beings, those non-physical beings that have the best interests of my soul family at heart. I ask for this space to be protected as I move through this prayer, as I move through the reading, and give my pile number 1, 2, and 3 all of the messages that they need to receive at the time they are watching this reading. I offer my gratitude and my love to all spirit guides, to spirit team that helped me do this. I bow my head in gratitude and honor. I thank you for your presence. I thank you, my dear soul family. And with that said, I now close this prayer, and I will see you at your reading. So all you have to do now is click on your timestamp 1, 2, and 3. So click on your timestamp and go ahead and watch your reading. I'll see you in a bit. Hello my loves, if you chose this card, full moon in Scorpio, breathe through the tension. This is going to be your reading, and we are looking at how will you melt your future spouse. So the first thing that I just saw immediately in your card, in this card, is that you are like a sunrise in their life. So I feel like when you and your future spouse start living together and you get to wake up next to each other, they're going to wake up before you do, and they're just going to stare at you when you're sleeping. Of course, not in a negative, creepy way, but I feel like they like how serene and calm you look when you sleep, because maybe when you're awake, you know, things are really hectic and you're everywhere. Your energy is scattered because you have to take care of a lot of things and responsibilities. But when you're sleeping, you look calm. You look like a doll. You look like an innocent child. Especially if you're the feminine, then I feel like your masculine loves to see you sleep because they like to see you be at peace. They like to see you in the energy of tranquility. Also, I'm feeling that you are like the sunrise. You bring a lot of joy in their life. So when you open your eyes and wake up, I feel like your future spouse loves those moments in the morning, and they wouldn't miss it for anything. So if they were to make breakfast, I feel like they cook quickly and then they go back to your room where you're sleeping to wait for you to wake up, so that they don't miss the moment when you wake up. Wow, that is so cute. So let's get into your tarot cards and see. I feel like this is a card that wants to come out for you. I did shuffle the deck, so okay. So how does group number 1 melt their future spouse, please? Oh my gosh. We have the beautiful card, the Chariot. Wow. They love to come towards you. They love to initiate physical contact. They love to initiate communication. I feel like this is not the kind of person who will hold back. You know, sometimes what couples will do is that they'll have a fight and then they wait for the other person to come, you know. So I feel like this is not going to be your person. I feel like your person is going to come towards you. They are going to initiate contact. They are going to initiate communication. If you guys are not talking, they'll be the first to message you or call you. I feel like they're not afraid of taking the lead, so to speak, especially if this is a masculine energy. If you are a masculine energy asking for a feminine energy, then I feel like the woman that you're asking about, your future spouse, loves when you initiate contact. If you don't, I feel like she wouldn't mind. The feminine energy here wouldn't mind kind of coming towards you and talking about her feelings and telling you how she feels or what she likes or dislikes. She's open to speaking with you, talking to you. Oh my gosh, we have Judgment, which is another major arcana. Wow, very big energy. We have the 5 of Wands reversed. I'm not surprised that that's come out. I feel like your future spouse doesn't like fighting. They could have some Libra placements with the Judgment and the 5 of Wands coming out reversed. Or they could have Libra energy. Now, Libra also rules the 7th house in astrology. And the 7th house is all about relationships. And Libras are also all about relationships. For a Libran person, connection with people, deeper bonds with people is something that brings them happiness. So I feel like you are an important person because the very fact that you are in their life is something that they cherish, is something enough to melt them. Just your face and just the fact that they can call you as a person that they love, you know, someone to love. I'm hearing Justin Bieber's song, Somebody to Love. I just need somebody to love. So that's the energy of your future spouse. I feel like they are very much of a lover, very much of a giver. I feel like they enjoy loving someone for love's sake. It doesn't even have anything to do with the other person. I feel like they love love. They're very romantic. So I feel like they enjoy giving. They enjoy giving love more than they enjoy being loved, if that makes sense. I feel like this relationship is going to be like a healing experience. I just heard it's going to be like a band-aid. If you have been hurt in your past relationships, I feel like this is not the relationship that you will have a repeat. Okay, this is not going to be like that. Wow, just as I say that, you have the Wheel of Fortune. I cannot make this up. Then we have the Star reversed. Beautiful. You have so many major arcana, pile number 1. Oh my god. Wow, I told you were the sun of their life. I said that, didn't I? I don't know if I said that, but they like to see you wake up. Oh my gosh, this is a huge confirmation. And lastly, we have the Six of Wands. I feel like your future spouse feels that they won the lottery with you. They feel like they won in life because you're by their side, and it gives them like a boost in self-esteem that you chose them, and they feel really good that you chose them. Okay, especially if you are the feminine and you are asking for a masculine. This masculine, your future spouse, feels really good that a star, a literal sun who shines so bright, chose them, because some of that sunlight is going to fall on them, is going to rub off on them, and they think that it is an honor to be in your energy, to be in your life. This masculine, your future spouse, they think it's an honor to be in your life. So they respect you a lot. They honor you a lot. Honor is the word that they keep asking me to use even before respect. So they honor your existence, they honor your love, they honor your energy a lot. Also, I cannot help but notice that the physical form of the feminine energies, the women in these two cards, the Judgment and the Sun, I feel like they find you to be very physically attractive. And I feel like when you wear something beautiful, you don't have to, okay? You don't have to, but when you wear something beautiful, or when you dress up, you take care of yourself, that melts your future spouse. Like the way you take care of yourself, they like to see that. They like to see you in dresses. And I'm not saying that, you have to do that just because your future spouse likes it. I am just saying that, when you feel good about yourself in your favorite dress that you're wearing, your favorite suit, your favorite clothes, they like to see that. They like to see you feel good about yourself when you look in the mirror and like your body and appreciate your physical features and your physical assets. I feel like that's something that they like. So I feel like anything to do with the physical, you can melt your future spouse very easily. But also, like I mentioned, it's a lot to do with how you look, yes, and also how you bring a lot of joy in their life. I don't know why, but I keep feeling a Leo-Cancer combination energy from you guys. Pile number ones, you could be a Leo, you could be a Cancer, you could be both. Even if you don't have these signs as your sun, moon, or rising, I feel like I'm picking up your energy like that. Like you're somebody who shines, you're somebody who's very innocent at the same time. You're very childlike, you're fun, you're beautiful, you're physically attractive, you command attention. And your future spouse cannot help but look at you. It's like, how could you not melt me? How could you not melt me? Everything about you is so perfect and so beautiful. Even if I tried to, I couldn't look away. Your future spouse feels that they are helpless when it comes to you because if they tried to fall out of love with you, it wouldn't work. They're helplessly in love with you. I'm helpless when it comes to you. That's what they're saying. And it's just not even like they don't like it. They really like it. They like that they are helpless when it comes to you. They like to see your cute side, your fun side. It is not just about the chemistry that you guys share. I feel like they enjoy the day-to-day life and the mundane and things that are ordinary, like maybe brushing your teeth in the morning or having a bath. They, like these ordinary things. They want to share these. You are part of their daily life, That's when you know that someone's special, because you want to, call that person, that special person, and be like, oh, today I'm wearing this. You're sharing these mundane, ordinary details about yourself that maybe somebody else wouldn't be interested in unless they loved you very much and they loved everything about you. And I feel like your future spouse is definitely like that. So if you are the kind of person who, takes pictures of everything and likes to send it to the people that you love, I feel like your future spouse is someone who's really going to enjoy that. Like they want to know what you're up to. They want to know where you are, what you're doing. And it's not a spy way. It is just that they're curious about you and they love you. So they want to know what you're up to, what you're doing. Especially in the dating phase, I feel like they will really enjoy pictures and I just saw Snapchat. You know how some, like, you give an update about your life and you're like, this is what I'm having today, like this is where I am, and you take photos of the beach if you're there. They like to see your pictures. Yeah, they also like to see some spicy pictures, but then again, if some of you are uncomfortable with that, you don't have to. And please know that your future spouse will not force you to send any spicy pictures if you do not consent to it, or if it makes you uncomfortable. They didn't even want me to mention it, but I mentioned it because I feel like you needed to know. It's something that they do like, and something that does melt them, but they don't want to come off as disrespectful. So I want to make that clear, that they would never force you to send certain kind of pictures, okay? Like whatever you want to share about your life, it's good with them. It's good. They honor you, so it's good with them. So do not feel like you have to send spicy naughty pictures if you don't want to. If you guys are into that, then yes, both of you will enjoy it a lot. And there is a lot of trust as well, so I don't see this being a problem, because there is a lot of trust. Once again, there's no judgment on this channel. Some of you could be into it, some of you will be like, no, hell no, I'm not sending my pictures to anyone. So both is okay. Take this message as it resonates. If you like it, that's okay, and if you don't, that's okay too. You can establish boundaries with your future spouse accordingly, according to your preferences. I feel like there is a certain sensuality your future spouse that wants to come through, but they are not letting it come through because they don't want this reading to be R-rated. And I anyways don't cover S things on YouTube. I have special limited edition readings, 18+, which are very much in detail, very R-rated. Over there I cover everything, but here YouTube is very strict, and they already know that, so they're not giving me a lot of details because they don't want to come off as disrespectful. And anyway, I cannot say everything I want to say here, so they are kind of holding back. It's almost like they want to show you everything without the middle person, me. So when you guys actually meet, you'll be able to see how much they want you, how much they need you. You guys will be really passionate in the bedroom as well. I'll just say that. You guys will have a lot of passion in the bedroom. There is something about you guys being the opposite in some way. So you guys could be from different countries or speak two different languages. There's some kind of it could be a cultural difference, or one of you could be white and then the other is black, like something about that. Like there is some kind of a physical difference when it comes to the physical traits, okay? Like one of you could be German and then the other is American, or one of you is German and then the other is Indian or South African or South Korean. So there's like a mixed bag of races that's coming through. I don't think it's limited to race, but also your personality. So these opposite traits that both of you have bring you more together instead of pulling you apart. If it was any other relationship or any other people involved in a relationship where there were so many cultural differences or language differences, personality differences, then the relationship would fall apart. I feel like your likes and dislikes vary a lot. You could like coffee, they like tea. You could like ice cream, they like dessert, warm desserts. You could like hot chocolate and they could like Coke, So it's very much the opposite, but you guys find that these differences bring you together, and you guys can find the best in those differences. Like you don't allow those differences to pull you apart. You allow those differences to be even more closer, as an opportunity to be even more closer to each other and understand each other even more. One good thing about having different food preferences is that no one's going to steal your food, right? Like you don't have to share your food because the other person literally doesn't like what you like. So you guys can just order or cook your own food and no one's going to eat it. You don't have to share. So it's like that. Like, you guys bring humor, you guys bring love and joy into everything. And I feel like if you are different, you are different from them in some way, your future spouse. Okay, so maybe you are more extroverted, they are more introverted. You shine a lot and they like to stay at home, like they don't like to go outside. One of you likes to be in social, and then the other is like, no, I don't want to go out, I just want to stay at home. I don't want to go anywhere. That's the kind of energy I'm picking up. So it's like that, and you guys find a healthy balance. You don't sacrifice for each other. I feel like you make sure that there are no sacrifices in this relationship. You want to make sure that both of you are happy, and sacrifices are not the way to happiness, to a long happy relationship. And yeah, you care for each other a lot. And these differences, whatever traits or things about you that make you different from your future spouse, I feel like they also melt your future spouse. So if you like coffee and they like tea, and you were to say, oh, I like coffee, that will melt your future spouse. Okay, don't ask me why. That's just what that is just what is coming through. It's like they like that you're different from them. Like, you have your own taste, you have your own personality, you have your own identity. So don't be afraid to say, if you don't like something, don't be afraid to say it, because your future spouse is just going to think that you're 10 times hotter because of it. So yeah, that is what I'm picking up. Yeah, once again, I'm being taken to this card right here, which is the Six of Wands, and which is all about victory, coming back from a battle, a winner. So yeah, I do feel like they won the lot. They feel like they won the lottery with you, for sure. They feel like they got the right person. They know that you are the person they want to spend their life with. They know that they've made the correct choice, and they will never ever regret it. Even when things get hard, they will never think twice. They know that they want to work it out with you. They know that they don't want to lose you, for sure. It is beyond melting. It's like you are their existence, you are their meaning, you are their sun. And how could the earth possibly have life without the sun? It is not possible. Because if you guys know, plant life, literally chlorophyll, it takes sunlight. Photosynthesis requires sunlight as an important component. So if we didn't have sunlight, we literally would have no food, no life on the planet. And animals and a lot of humans will start dying. The sun is of course very important, not just because it is in the middle of the solar system, and it shines, but the sunlight is actually radiation that is coming off from the sun that is needed for life to happen here. So yeah, you are someone that is needed in their life for their life to be smooth and beautiful. I feel like they think that their life is 10 times better with you by their side. When they actually find you, they find that they start enjoying life more than they did before. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you. And this relationship, definitely, this union is definitely being watched over by your spirit guides, from beings in the astral realm, the spiritual realm. They are watching over this communion. Why did I want to say communion? Maybe it means something to someone. They are watching over this union, and they are not going to show you that they're watching over this union, but they're just asking me to let you know that yes, we are watching over your love life. So don't worry, you're not going to end up single. Even if it feels like it, they are watching over you. Okay. Also, I just noticed this is a 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune, and we have 10, which is the Judgment. I think it's the 20th card. So maybe 10 is an important number. Something is ending in your life at the moment. You're moving into something more. You're moving into being a star, being the sun, having more self-esteem. You're working on yourself. And I feel like all of that inner work is going to lead you to your future spouse. That's what I'm seeing for you. So keep doing what you're doing. Group number 1, you're magnificent, you're beautiful, and you definitely deserve this beautiful future spouse that you have coming towards you. Chariot, that is your first card. They are coming towards you. That is what I'm seeing for you, my loves. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by emailing me on the email ID which is in my description. And I'm going to take the time to thank you, to thank all of the beautiful cards. Thank you so much, dear spirit guides of my group number 1, future spouse and their higher self, for coming through and giving us all of these beautiful messages. Keep shining, group number 1. You're wonderful, you're amazing, and it is a pleasure to do this reading for you. Hopefully I'll see you in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one. I love you as always. Bye. Hello, my lovely group number 2s. You got 2 cards. This is going to be your reading. We have both fire signs here. We have full moon in Aries and last quarter moon in Leo. Both are fire signs. We have color your emotions and lighten up. The very first thing that I'm getting is you are somebody that has a very strong sense of self. You are someone that is very clear on your boundaries and your communication. You could be an Aries, okay? If you are an Aries, then this is like the double confirmation, especially a Sun Aries, that this is your reading and this is for you. But what I was saying is that your future spouse could be, if you are a fire sign, they could be a water sign, okay? So I feel like they really love that you have such a strong, bold sense of humor. I'm seeing Angelina Jolie. If you guys have seen her in what was that movie, Wanted, with James McAvoy. If I don't know if that's his name, but I think that's the movie. And she is so, the way she stares at people, her eyes are so strong. Like, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. Like, you're such a strong person. Your future spouse sees you as a very bold, confident, independent person. So I feel like that's something that melts your future spouse, because they're talking about that first and foremost before we have even started your reading. I feel like they also like that you can be goofy. There is a certain intensity to you, okay? I don't know why, but I keep being taken to like the energy in the bedroom with you, your S energy. Your S energy is very high and very beautiful. Like, they like how you express your S energy. They like that you're so bold that you're not afraid to just tell them what to do, or, you know, make them do something that you want them to do, with consent, of course. But I feel like they like that you're so bold that you will just say what you like. You're really straightforward with your communication. That's something that they like, especially in the bedroom. They like that you are so plain about it. Like, if they're not doing something right, you don't mind telling them. Like, you won't judge, you won't, you know, start laughing or make fun of them. You'll tell them, like, you know, this is how I like it, like, this is what you're supposed to do. And they really like that. They really enjoy that. Yeah, that's beautiful. And you can also be goofy sometimes, so they like that as well. They like that you have this goofy sense of humor, but then you're such a dork, but then you're also like a very strong, independent, smart dork. Okay, so you are not someone to be messed with. Oh my gosh, wow, we have the World. Beautiful card. Yeah, there we have the beautiful World. They love your body. Oh my god, your body. Wow, we have the Queen of Swords reversed. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. We have the King of Pentacles. This is, I'm getting a lot of S information. I'm thinking of a way to say it in a your future spouse likes when you're mean to them in the bedroom. Just you know, like, you provoke them, or you're like a little cruel to them. Your future spouse could be a little bit on the masochistic side. It is not intense, not like they like being thrown around. They could, I don't know, but I don't feel that is not what I'm seeing for most of you. I feel like they like when you're a little mean to them. You're really provocative, so they like when you're slightly cruel to them. Of course, I'm not saying that you are a cruel person. That is just what is coming through. Okay, I feel like it is consensual. Like, you wouldn't break their heart or be mean to them, right? There is a certain line that you don't cross. You don't hurt them. Okay, you're mean to them, but that is not like hurting them. You don't harm them or hurt them. You're just, sometimes you can be a little spicy or sassy, like that. So we have the Hermit. Oof, I keep getting a lot of S messages. Also, your future spouse wants, if you're the feminine watching this, the future spouse will want to get you pregnant ASAP. Oh my gosh, yes. I feel like you'll say no though. You'll be like, huh, really? You think you... I'm seeing Venus in furs. Have you guys heard of that? You might have, but I'm seeing Venus in furs. I think it was 𝘱𝘪𝘐𝑒-𝘍𝑒𝑚𝑎𝑠𝑠𝑜𝑐. If I'm butchering the name, I'm sorry. I do not speak French, but that was what I read, and it's beautiful. I feel like I'm seeing that movie scene from that the adaptation of this book, where he tells the woman, I want this, like, I want you to be mean to me, I want you to be cruel to me, and it doesn't make sense to her why he would want that, and so he explains to her, okay, why he wants that. And there is a certain attraction there because of the dichotomy, because of the differences. Both of them find each other very mysterious. I'm not saying that this relationship is going to be like them or that book if you don't like it. I'm just with the desperation that he feels for her, that is how your future spouse feels for you as well. There's a certain longing for you, there's a certain desperation for you. I feel like you don't make it easy for them to get you or to access you, to have you in any way. I feel like you keep yourself covered, right? Like, you don't give everything. So like, if you guys got into a relationship with them newly, then it would be a long time before they can even like take your top off. It's a long time. You don't even let them do that. You make them stick to just platonic things, like maybe holding hands or kissing and things like that. And your future, it melts your future spouse. It drives them insane because they can't do anything. They're helpless to you. And they don't even think about disrespecting you or saying no to the boundaries that you place. They'll be like, yes, queen, whatever you say. Wow. And we have the king and the queen reversed, and we have two kings here. So I feel like they want to be a man for you. They want to be someone who is on your... I feel like they don't think, or they don't feel like they're on your level when it comes to confidence. I feel like they can offer you stability and security. They can give you all these things, but maybe things are not something that you're impressed by. You're not impressed by a fancy watch or a fancy car. You're impressed by personality. You're impressed by brains. And they're scared. They're saying that, oh, it takes personality to impress you, and you can't fake that. So they're like, oh, now I have to actually work on myself, like to win group number 2, because they're not going to look at me. They're not going to look at me if my personality is not great. You could have been attracted to pile number 1. Okay, there were similar themes, although the energy was quite different. So there could be some messages for you there. If you were, please feel free to check it out. If you don't want to, if you were not drawn to it, then this is the only reading for you. Or 3 if you were attracted to that. But I feel like they might be scared of giving you their cup because they feel like you will ruthlessly reject them, brutally, ruthlessly put them down, and not even think twice about it. Like, you don't even bat an eye before being mean. Actually, who is a character like this, Spirit? So just so I can give some context. Who is it? I'm seeing Black Widow from the Marvel, what is that? Marvel Avengers, the movie Avengers, Black Widow, who is played by the beautiful Scarlett. And you know how she's kind of like mean, you know, her character. She doesn't say much, but when she does, she's sassy, you know, she's got a bite to her. And there's a scene where she's looking at like somebody's baby's video call, and she's looking at that, and she's like, the first thing she says is that. I know it can be triggering, but I'm just saying, like, that's how you come off for whatever reason. I feel like you'll develop that level of self-confidence and self-assurance to the point that it's scary to men and to other people. So that is what I'm seeing. I feel like your future spouse is an old soul. Okay, they want to impress you, and I feel like they will, because they will not come to you like other people do. They don't treat you like other men do. I feel like because if you are the strong feminine energy, then you know how many men will have tried to put you down already. I don't even have to get into that. But your future spouse is someone different, so you immediately take notice of them because they're different. They're not doing what other men are doing. They're not doing what other people are doing, you know? Like, I feel like your future spouse is going to be like, okay, group number 2 is unique, and, you know, they don't like this, and they like this, and so your future spouse is going to be like, okay, I can't do this, I can't do that, and they're going to, if they propose you, this is going to be a very unique way that they do that. When they come towards you, it's going to be a very unique way that they come towards you. That's what I'm seeing. Also, I feel like your future spouse is going to be someone that's rich. With the King of Pentacles, I feel like they want to give you everything. They might want to spoil you. They might buy you stuff. I feel like if you say, you know, I want this, and they'll be like, it's there, it's on the table now, it's in your house. Like, whatever you say goes. If you it's a little bit kind of like a genie. Whatever you ask for goes, and they'll just buy you whatever you want. That they want to pamper you, they want to spoil you, they want to make you feel spoiled and taken care of. They're saying that they know your strong personality is a result of you being deprived of love, and that was not fair to you, and they're coming in and kind of bringing that balance into your life, where it's like they want you to know that you deserve love, you deserve affection, you deserve everything that you ever wanted. And it's not in a patronizing way that they're coming in being like, okay, I can buy you anything. It's not in a patronizing way, it's not in a condescending way, it's very much a love way. It's like, I want to take care of you, I want to make sure that you feel good, I want to make sure that you feel taken care of, you feel good about being my wife or being my girlfriend, being my boyfriend. So, you know, this is how I want to show you my love. There's a lot of S energy as well. I really want to get into it because it's very interesting, but unfortunately I can't here. They love to hold you, they like to feel your skin, they like to feel like they see you as a force of nature, they see you as a hurricane in the form of a human, in the form of a woman or a man, and when they hold you, they feel like they're holding a storm in their arms, and the storm might unfold at any time, you know, might start pouring on them, and they like that you're so unpredictable. That is something that melts them as well. They like that you're so unpredictable, you know, you're very intelligent, and your behaviors can't always be predicted. Like, you will do whatever you want. One moment you're, you know, happy, you're just roaming around, you're dancing, and the next moment you might start crying because you read something sad, or you were reminded of a sad ending in a romantic movie that you love. And they like that they can accept your full range of emotions, the full spectrum of your feelings. They hold that, they accept that. It's like everything is okay. You can cry here, you can be happy here, if you feel pain, you can feel pain here, you know, everything goes. That's what I'm feeling. let me get another oracle deck and get some more messages for you, and then we will close the reading. So we have this astrology deck. I just took it out. So for group number 2, please, what is your future spouse? What melts your future spouse? So many cards. Okay, well, let's look at them quickly. Oh my god. Whoa, Aries. What did I say? Oh my god. Wow, I cannot make this up. You know what I usually do? I usually take this card first because that's the one I picked out first, but then Spirit was like, no, take this one, the top one, like this one, and the first Aries, which is also the first zodiac sign. We have Aries. Wow, pretty. We have house 7. We have house 4. Wow. Yep. Your future spouse definitely wants to get you pregnant. We have Mars. No wonder Mars energy is also coming through, because I feel Aries is ruled by Mars. I think it is Mars is exalted in Capricorn, but it is at home in Aries, I think, in astrology. And then we have house 5. Wow, oh my gosh, you guys are going to spend a lot of time making out and kissing each other in the beginning stages of your relationship. Wow, it is so spicy. The energy is so, I'm literally seeing 2 people just everywhere. Everywhere. I can't say it though. Yeah, but it's a beautiful energy. Like these are 2 people that are really obsessed with each other and only each other. It's like if you guys are in a room, the world doesn't even matter. You've already forgotten that there's a world outside. Like you're just so into each other. You're obsessed with each other. Your hands are all over each other. Yeah, I won't get into too many details, but that is what I saw. They want to build a family with you, group number 2. They love having a relationship with you, obviously. It literally says here, profound relationships, intimacy and romantic partnerships, passion, play, children, confidence, creativity. So I feel like you are source of their comfort and something that sets them on fire at the same time. You're somebody who does that, and I feel like that is what they like most. That is what melts them the most about you, is that you can do that. Like you can calm them down, but also turn them into a beast if that is what you want. Like, and I mean this in a good way, okay? When I say beast, I mean it in a good way. I mean it like in the bedroom, okay? If that is what you like. So please do not get offended. Yeah. There are so many S messages coming through. I can't say that. Is there anything else? They might like music. They might like to sing to you, or they might know how to make a musical instrument, how to play a musical instrument, like a piano or something about singing. They could like your voice. If they are not a musician, or music could be a theme between the 2 of you, where you guys send each other playlists. I feel like you would be someone who sends them a lot of dirty and naughty songs. And they might send you songs like love songs, clean love songs. And then you just send them like a bunch of dirty songs, and they're listening to all of them and getting shy and like, let pile number 2, let pile number 1 get home. I'm gonna show them. Like that's the energy of your future spouse. Like, oh, pile number 2 likes this, let them get home. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. That's the energy I'm picking up. Is there anything else? I feel like that's it. I also saw the 2 of Cups before I was preparing for your reading. You guys are like 2 peas in a pod. I feel like when you guys are with each other, you forget the world. That's what I'm feeling. You know what this energy is giving me? It's someone who's very sensual, very passionate, very good in bed, okay? if you want them to be in control, they can do that as well. You know, it doesn't have to be that you are the one who's in control all the time. If you want to switch roles, they are into that. They want to get you pregnant. So it's like a mix of Cancer, Leo, Aries, Libra energy here. That's what I'm seeing for you. Yeah, that is what I'm seeing. We have the house 5, which is also ruled by Leo. So those are the major signs and energies that I picked up from both of you and your relationship. They get you excite them a lot. Okay, that, let me just say that you excite them a lot, and you incite certain physical reactions in the hip region. Okay, that's all I can say. So that was it for your reading, group number 2. I feel sorry that I can't cover all of the S aspects, because the energy is so fun here. It's so light and intense at the same time. Yeah, but I hope I was able to communicate what your future spouse loves about you and what about you melts your future spouse. Let me know in the comments if you have any future reading suggestions, or if you liked anything about the reading. If anything resonated, let me know. It helps me become a better reader. If you want to book a personal reading with me, if you're curious about any 18 plus aspects or the S energy aspects, I do offer S energy readings separately, and also limited edition readings, which are all 18 plus readings. So you can email me on the email address in the description, and I can send you the charges for it and everything, and we can talk. I'm also looking forward to see you in my next reading, but right now I want to say thank you to all of the cards. Thank you so much. And I have to say, I do love your future spouse's energy. It's one of the best energies I've read for. So yeah, I love that. I love you as well, group number 2. You sound like someone who is so bold and so confident, and I am always aspiring to be more confident, and I love that they look at you this way. They're so obsessed with you. I wish this was my reading. I would be so happy, but yeah. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and hopefully I'll see you in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one. Sending you a lot of love as always. Bye. Hello my loves, if you chose group number 3, this is going to be your reading. You chose this beautiful card, Full Moon in Aquarius, Be Real. The very first thing that I noticed when I picked up this card is this man sitting here with a picture in his hand. I get the feeling that your future spouse is lonely or longing for you. They were very lonely before they met you. They are longing for you. I feel like they long to meet you, and things are just not going forward or moving in a direction or moving in a way that they would like them to. And they miss you. They miss you. There is a lot of longing here though. They long to meet you, to see you, to be with you, to touch you. They really just want to meet you. Like, they don't want to wait anymore. They want to be in a committed relationship. It's like they're feeling sad and dejected about something. About their relationships, about their personal life, okay. So it is, I think professionally things are going well, but personally, it's something that Ariana Grande said, which Spirit is taking me to something that Ariana said when she was receiving all of these awards, and things were at her peak. You know, her career was at her peak, and she was like hits after hits, and all of her songs are going viral and being played 1 billion times, 1 billion streams. And she was like, my professional life is so great, but my personal life is just so not it. Something like that. She said something like that, and it reminded me of something, of like the energy that your future spouse is in currently. They will get out of this slump. That's what I want to say. Yeah. How will you melt future spouse? Let's look at your cards. We have the Page of Wands. Oh my gosh. Your future spouse is like a king or a queen, but you make them feel like a page. We have the Five of Cups. They were betrayed in the past. They were betrayed in the past and they don't want to experience the same thing again. They're still recovering. Yeah, definitely. Somebody deceived them. Somebody might have cheated on them, or I'm not seeing cheated on them, but I'm seeing that they deceived or manipulated your future spouse, and your future spouse probably couldn't catch it, and your future spouse needs to get rid of this person. The High Priestess reversed. We have the Chariot reversed. Yeah, the things, like I said, things are not going the way they want them to. We have Chariot reversed. We have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Swords upright, and the last card we have is the wonderful Seven of Pentacles. Okay, let me keep that there. Okay, group number 3. I feel like they think that you're someone who's very wise, and they find the solutions to their problems just by talking to you. So let's say that you are dealing with something in your life. You have a very mature, optimistic and bright outlook, okay? And you have a different outlook than majority of people. Like, the things that break most people don't break you. So, you know, if your future spouse asks you, like, what is your mindset? How did you deal with this? How did you get through this? And you share it. Just in the sharing of it, they are not even asking for advice. Like, just you sharing your story and you sharing what you did to be the empowered person that you are today is something that empowers your future spouse. So I feel like, and this is something that's very important to your future spouse, because in the past they were with partners that only wanted to take from them. Okay, like they were not contributing to your future spouse's life getting better in any way. Okay, it's like, I'm hearing the twin beggar syndrome. This was a term coined by Dr. Shefali Sabri, who is a clinical psychologist who merges Eastern philosophy and Western psychology. So she said this about romantic relationships, is that most often the idea that is predicated about love is that, you know, we find this one person and they love us forever. Like, that's the idea, right? That's what we are fed. And she says that often most people get into relationships because they want to be loved, but they don't understand that the other person wants love as well. And I feel like that was the situation that your future spouse was stuck in the past, right? They were stuck in a situation like that in the past, and they don't ever want to be stuck like that again, ever. You know, they want to be unfrozen. I just heard unfreeze. I'm pretty sure that's not a word, but I just heard unfreeze. They don't want to be frozen anymore. They don't want to be stagnant and stationary in a single place. They want to move, they want to go forward. We have the Page, you know, they want to know what they are passionate about. They want to know about themselves, about their life. And I feel like when you come into your future spouse's life, you open this door, a huge door, to spirituality, to wisdom, to a deep love, to a deep happiness that you can feel in your bones. And your future spouse couldn't be more grateful. Your future spouse has spent a lot of time crying, over their past hurts and their past betrayals. They probably had to run away from home, or there's this feeling of like, I am away from home, like I am away from who I am away from what makes me feel safe, what makes me feel good, because of this trickster energy that I'm seeing here. Okay, you know what, this is reminding me a little bit of one of the BTS members' story, and his name is Yoongi. I think he also ran away from his home when he was very young, and a lot of adults around him took advantage of him because he was, you know, young and a child. So they took his music for free, and they promised to pay him but didn't pay him. They because he's a producer and he's a rapper. So I feel like those are some things, like hardships. If you guys see into him and his life before he was famous, before he was a pop star that he is today, it's very much like that. Your future spouse it's a similar story. Your future spouse has gone through a lot of hurt and betrayals, and it's something that makes him even cry today. 𝘱𝘪𝘤𝘬 or 𝘱𝘪𝘤𝘬, which is a stage name, it's something that makes him cry even today. Even at his concerts, because he writes his own songs, so he gets it's a very emotional moment. It's a cathartic moment, and I feel like what music is to him is what you are to your future spouse. What music is to an artist, to someone who is a musician, to someone who, music is their life. I feel like that is what you are. That is how you are to your future spouse. A musical instrument is not complete without a person to play it. You cannot have music if there is no one to play a musical instrument. You need to have somebody that breathes life into the instrument. Otherwise, it's just a thing. And I feel like you bring music into your future spouse's life. You bring love, light, and life back into your future spouse's life. You show your future spouse that there's good people in the world. There's not everybody is out to get them. Like your future spouse can trust in you, can confide in you. They know that you won't take advantage of their weaknesses or their vulnerabilities. They see you as a strong figure. They see you as someone who is strongly beside them, strongly protecting them spiritually, okay? Because you would not take advantage of your future spouses anyway. I feel like they might find it difficult to come towards you initially or express how they feel, okay? They might find it difficult because they are not very good with emotions. They might be someone who's very quiet, someone who talks with actions. They don't talk, they just do things. Like they will prove that they love you. They might not say it all the time, all day, every day, but there'll be someone, like, that your future spouse is there because they make sure that, they make sure of little things like, your favorite shampoo is in the house, or there are groceries, or there are fruits, there's your favorite food, your clothes. Like, they'll make sure of the small things and make your life easier with those small things in life. Your future spouse just said, I wish I could tell you how much I appreciate you. I wish I could talk to you, but words fail me. Words fail me. So I hope that my love reaches you, my music reaches you. I feel like you bring back intuition in your future spouse's life. Because the high priestess, you bring back the power of intuition. Like sometimes you might just tell your future spouse, don't go. And it makes no sense because, intuition doesn't always make sense, isn't always logical. It's just there. And it's like, don't go here today. And you share that with your future spouse, and then they realize, oh, so this was the reason why. Like something bad happened and they avoided that because... So they'll immediately realize that you're someone who is powerful. Like you have certain psychic abilities, so to speak, like 𝓦𝓪𝓽𝓮 𝓛𝓸𝓿𝓮. Like they might not fully understand what it is, like how you do it, but they'll know that is something that is real, and that it's something that they should listen to when you say something, because they'll trust your spiritual guidance, your heart, so to speak. And I feel like that is something that melts your future spouse, how you bring so much divinity into the relationship, how you bring so much love and light into the relationship and into their life, into them. It is like they're showing me a dead body coming to life. No. They're showing me like a dead body in a soil, and then there's a bunch of flowers. Like there is a speed up video and a bunch of flowers like are growing on top of that because the body is decomposing slowly. And they're saying that that is death. They're showing death, but death is life in a way. Death is the beginning of life. And they're showing me that, look, like there's so much life even in a graveyard, like even in soil, even things that are dead, there is so much life in them. And that is how I was before I met you. I was like a shell of myself, like a dead body, and you breathed life into me. That is why you melt them. That is how you melt them. I feel like this is all I'm getting. I've covered all of the important details, but let me get some more cards for you. We'll see some more. Why do you melt your future spouse? Okay. So we have Mercury, we have think, learn, network, and communicate. Okay. We have Venus. We have Scorpio. Wow. A future spouse could be a Venus Scorpio. We have North Node, destined to have. Oh my gosh, you have North Node and South Node in one reading. Wow. Destined to release. And we have the Uranus. Oh, okay, I see. No wonder Uranus comes out, because we also have Aquarius. So you could be like a Aquarius Scorpio combination. Maybe you have that, and you always feel like you or your future spouse feels like an alien. Like you feel like you're too different and people don't understand, because people are busy trying to put everyone in a box and you just don't fit, right? They see you as a pearl. They see you as a not to reduce you to an object, but they see you as a pearl. I'm also seeing Pluto here because of the butterfly, which I feel like could be reminiscent of the Scorpio energy that is here. So either you could be a Scorpio or your future spouse is a Scorpio. Even if you're not a Scorpios, you could have Scorpio energy or Plutonic energy, 8th house placements, Lilith placements in your natal chart. And people like that have a very difficult life. So I feel like you are able to take all of that darkness and literally turn the darkness into light, which is something that your future spouse finds very difficult to do, because once the darkness gets them, the darkness gets them. They don't think that it's possible to come out of it, or they feel like they are drowning in it, or the darkness is much bigger than them. And then you come into their life with a light. Literally, you are the light, and you show them that, listen, there is light in you too. Like, you're not there to save them or whatever. You show them that, listen, you're powerful too. You don't need to be saved. Like, you can do this. You can come out of this. And that is so, I feel like you're someone who's very empowering. Group number 3, I feel like you might not know this about yourself, or you might not notice this about yourself. I feel like you like to lift people up. You like to make people feel good. You might, if asked for advice, I feel like you give the correct advice every single time. You give the correct guidance every single time, whether people might listen to it or heed it or not. You always say the right things at the right time, what people need. And your future spouse realizes very quickly that you are an asset, that just because of how much you bring to the table, the level of emotional maturity, the level of guidance and love, it's almost like the energy of a spiritual revolutionary, the energy of a spiritual leader, the energy of someone who is a star seed. Okay, that is how your energy, and your future spouse is going to feel it. And we have the stars in the background of this Chariot card, where there are no stars usually, but for here we have them. In this deck, in this tarot deck, we have stars in the background of the Chariot deck, the Chariot card. And I'm just feeling that there's it's almost like I'm getting speechless every time I try to describe. I just get speechless. So I feel like they might not even be able to tell you that how they feel for you, or what exactly it is that about you that melts them, or that they like about you. They love, if you have gone through a lot of dark things in your past, they love that you have come out of it even more radiant, even more beautiful, even more shining, even more innocent, and even more loving and compassionate. It's like they look at you and they don't understand, like, so bad things have happened to you, but you came out of it more loving. Like, how does that even happen? Like, the world didn't manage to break you, and they don't understand that. They don't understand how you're so compassionate, how you can look at the person that absolutely hates you and understand their perspective. That is not to say that you put up with bullshit. No, you don't. But you look at them and be like, oh, I know why she's saying that. I know why he's doing that. I know. Like, you already know before. And they are just in awe of you. They're just like, how do you know that? Group number 3, how do you know that? It's because you walk with spirit. And you walk in connection with spirit, which is something that they cannot see yet, but they will. This always reminds me of the water dragon in Japanese mythology. It's a dragon literally made of water. If you guys, what is that Studio Ghibli film where we have Kawanashi? I'm forgetting the name. There is a Studio Ghibli film, and with a character called Kawanashi, which literally means faceless, but I'm forgetting the name of the film. But they have that film has this Misu dragon, or water dragon. I don't know if it's Misu dragon, but I just heard that. It's called Spirited Away. That's the name of the film. That is what I'm seeing. Maybe you guys want to go ahead and watch this film if you have not, but this is kind of how it feels. That film, if you watch that film, you'll know. That film is a very deep film. It's one of the best films I've ever seen. But yeah. And in that film, there's a lot of people who make the choice to eat something that is not theirs. Okay. And they lose their souls in the process because they were greedy. And it's like, there's somebody, the main character, the girl, decides not to eat that food because she knows something's wrong with the place, and this could be a trap. And I feel like that's you. And then your future spouse is kind of watching the world and being like, oh, I know what choice they are going to make. Like, they are all going to eat, they are all greedy. Like, who would say no to free food? Like, they would eat somebody else's food that is meant for somebody else. And you're just there, you're like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, this is wrong. So I feel like you have very strong core values and a strong integrity, and I feel like that is the ultimate thing that melts your future spouse. That's what I'm seeing. You're destined to have this relationship with your future spouse. Group number 3. So this is it. This is what I'm seeing for you. I hope you found value in this reading. I hope you know that your future spouse finds you very wonderful, beautiful, handsome, okay, physically attractive. They find you very, very physically attractive, but they find your soul even more attractive than your physical beauty. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing for you, my loves. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by emailing me on the email address that's in the description. I am going to take the time to thank the cards. Thank you, beautiful cards. Dear spirit guides of my group number 3, their future spouse, their higher self, and group number 3's higher self. Thank you so much for coming through and allowing me to read for my divine group number 3. Group number 3, if you would like to suggest any reading topics, you can do so by comments. I will read the comments. If you have any reading suggestions, I would love to know them. And I will see you in my next reading. If not, hopefully I'll see you in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one. Bye.